First of all, what's your name?
My name is Catie McAllister.
Okay, and what brought you to DragonCon?
I've been coming to DragonCon for years. I come from a nerd family, so every year I come back, visit my family, and hang out to DragonCon. Yeah.
When did you start doing more alternate history steampunk stuff?
Well, I spotted the costumes around the con a few years ago, and I thought they looked really interesting. And I had seen a little bit of it in some movies and books, and I got more and more interested into the concept of imagining this alternate history and the potential for creativity and the things that people can create. And
as a woman, why do you think steampunk appeals to you?
For a couple of reasons. One, just from a costuming perspective, you can create some very cool stuff. And two, it's a way to imagine the past and all the things that we really like about the past, and also be questioning the role of women in a way that a lot of the literature from the period really does not. You can imagine women as explorers and heroes in a way that very few books from the actual Victorian era really did.
So do you feel, when you're in costume, do you feel more like yourself, or do you feel like a totally different person, or do you feel sort of the same?
Mostly like myself, but there's definitely an edge. If I've created a costume that works well, it's a little extra confidence. It's fun to imagine being a little different sometimes.
Would you explain the sash?
Oh, my sash says "Votes for Women and Sentient Automata." So I like the idea of steampunk suffragettes. It's part of the questioning the gender assumptions of the past that I was talking about earlier. And also, it seems like steampunk has so many people who are airship pirates. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I have not come up with any good poses. I probably should, but I tend to be so startled. Hey, someone is actually taking my picture.
What do you think?
Well, I imagine I could either work on creating more of a character instead of just the costume, or possibly spend a lot of time making silly faces in front of the mirror.
And I was assuming you're probably going to come next year, because you've been coming for a long time. Do you have any plans for next year as far as costumes or tracks you're going to go to? Or?
Well, I'm interested significantly in Doctor Who, so I'll probably continue to do some stuff for that and see what new costumes that brings from next year, and we'll just see where I am at this point next year.
And do you dress in different costumes? Like at this convention, have you done one costume? Have you done different ones? Like, have you done a Doctor Who costume?
Yeah, I've done 2 different Doctor Who costumes.
And how did those change the way you might pose for a picture, or how you carry yourself or feel?
Well, I think yesterday I did a female version of the Doctor, the chief character in Doctor Who, and that's really fun because you can strike fun poses with your props, and it's nice to imagine yourself as this iconic character.
And why a female version of the Doctor?
Well, honestly, because I had seen other people do some really neat female versions and started reading some online essays about it, and it's a way of imagining the character and still being feminine and just being able to be creative, because if you're doing the exact same costume, A, it's really difficult to find some of the exact pieces, and B, you're copying, and it's fun if you can be creative too.